And there's a few other things in TNA I want to ask you, but obviously one of them is the Hogan and Bischoff era of TNA. When they come in, how do you find out about it? What's the reaction? And did you have high hopes?
I think we found out like through maybe a quasi meeting or something, but we found out it was knowledge, and then it was like, oh, he's coming on this date, and then there was this meeting for his first day. I was not at this meeting. I was running late and I got pulled over by the police, and like, right? I got pulled over by the police and I got this ticket that like haunted me forever. So I didn't make that meeting, which was good because I heard this meeting was like BS, and knowing me, I would have got up and like walked out of it like, this is BS. But so Hogan came and it was this big hoopla, and I actually was kind of excited. It was like, oh, okay, Hulk Hogan's coming. If he is going to buy into TNA the way I bought into TNA when I first got there, because man, when I first got into TNA, I bought it hook, line, and sinker. Because when you're a wrestler, especially a wrestler my age, when you first get into wrestling, your goal is, I want to get to WWE. That is your goal. So you're working for years and years to go to WWE. Now, here I am, 6 years I've been working towards this goal, and here this company comes along, TNA, and it's like this detour in my career. And I was very excited. So when I got there, and when I got there, and they hired, like, if you remember, they hired all the girls like at the same time. The knockouts got like the division, everybody got there at the same time. We had a meeting back then, and there were some disgruntled people back then, and I couldn't understand it. I'm like, why are you being like that? We're this new company, and we're supposed to be taking over WWE, get with the program. And I didn't get it then. I got it now. But I bought everything hook, line, and sinker. So when Hulk Hogan came, I'm like, well, this is great. If he's coming in with the same attitude that I had, then it looks like we're going to get right back on track, and we're going to do some great things, and we are going to take over New York. New York is what like the inside people call WWE. Get your notebooks out and like write all like here were the things I teach you tonight. I'm going to school some of y'all. And so like, because when I got to TNA, I had this attitude of like, well, then fuck Vince McMahon. He don't hire fat people, then fuck him. Let's just take him over. And so when Hulk Hogan got there, I thought he was going to have that same attitude, that he wanted to build TNA up himself from the ground up. And I was excited. And so they had a press conference on the steps of Madison Square Garden. I don't know if any of you remember this. And they had this big deal, and it was like, yay. And then a few hours later, Hulk Hogan goes on Larry King, and he doesn't even utter the word or initials TNA. He doesn't mention TNA, like nothing, which got like my spidey senses up. I was like, wait, that's weird. Because like 3 hours ago, you just had this big press conference. Did he get hit in the head too many times? Was that a senior moment that Hulk Hogan just had? I don't understand. And then we kept having moments like that. He went on American Idol, and when he went on American Idol, he was introduced as the former WWE, superstar Hulk Hogan, and he's at TNA. So I'm like, I don't understand why we're sacrificing, getting raises and whatnot, and you're, giving all this money to Hulk Hogan, and he's not promoting your product, and he's bringing in, his friends and folks, and they getting paid, and yet the people that have built your company, at this point, Gail and I were the highest rated segment on Impact, and I wasn't seeing any money, y'all. There were times where I come home from a tour and I go flick on my light, and it's like, where the lights at? Awesome Kong, I ain't got no lights, y'all. So it was like, what am I sacrificing for? I don't mind sacrificing if we're all in it together. And in the beginning, TNA, we were all in it together. And then the people that built TNA up weren't getting the dividends that were due, and that's where the cracks started to show.
In retrospect, I should not have wore a Hulk Hogan t-shirt tonight.
Is that a Hulk Hogan t-shirt? I mean, look, come on. Say what you will about Hulk Hogan. He's like a part of a lot of our lives. He is responsible for, it's inspiring a lot of workers to get into wrestling. So I have respect for him in different ways. Like there's parts of him like, ugh. And there's parts of him like he'll always, Hulkamania forever. So it's like a weird love-hate relationship.
Can I ask you two last quick Hulk Hogan questions?
Sure.
Number one, what did you think when he hired the fucking Nasty Boys? In 2010, when they were 55 years old.
Well, I thought that was a sign that he was raping the company for whatever it was worth, that we weren't going to see a return on our Hulk Hogan investment, but he was going to rob the piggy bank dry. And I'm like, it's very clear and everybody could see it. So it was like, Dixie, can you not see what's going on? He's going to be popping bottles with Vince in like 3 years when you're broke. Can you not see that's where this is going?
And the last Hulk Hogan question, just be as honest as you possibly can. Did you see the sex?
I knew you were about to say that.
And what did you think about it?
You can't say Hulk Hogan nowadays without going, did you see it? I was like, I didn't want to watch it, but it was like that morbid curiosity of like, well, is he in shape? What's going on? But then when you see him and he's like, oh, I'm so full. Oh, yeah, I had some wings. I should have had all them wings. And I'm like, well, just get to it or drop your drawers and get to it already. Don't nobody want to hear about your greasy ass wings. We want to see you. Like, we want to see what your finisher is in the bed. Hello. What's up?
And his theme song in WWE begins, when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. You could not make it up.
You couldn't really get a sense of the massiveness of this cage, and it looked cool, but it was almost like, to me, it was like, oh, good job, guys. Oh, good job. Is that your Hell in a Cell? Oh, good job. So when I got there, I said, dude, we need to do something on top of the cage, because I'm just envisioning this shot from the hard camera of the cage with 6,000 people. There's 12 there, but 6,000 people on this side with Eddie Kingston standing on top of the cage, just standing there. People just...